Hi everyone, welcome. It's very, very nice to see all of you. How many of you is the first time in TLE? One, two. You've been before, no? You've been before in TLE or the first time?
This session, first time.
First time. Okay, amazing, amazing. So as she mentioned, it's an ongoing classes, so you don't need to listen to the other previous classes to know what we're going to talk in the other classes, because what we're doing in those classes, we really trying to bring it as much as we can down to earth, that we can use it. And as I mentioned in many times in the classes, TLE, what he does when we read in the words of Rav Ashlag, it's actually, it's like restructuring all the energy and everything that in each one of us, right? In a way that, in a spiritual level, that we can't really do it in a normal way. So not necessarily everything we will really can grab and understand, So don't try to understand, just let it go. And the amazing thing is happening when we need this energy, it will appear. Many times in life, sometimes somebody asks you something, you don't really remember it usually in everyday life, and suddenly you start to talk and you're receiving words, you're receiving thoughts and messages, and you share with the person things that you say, wow, how even I said what I said, right? How I remember all of those things. So it means we have those not just it's not physical storages, but there is an endless of light and energy and information, right? So we want to connect ourselves with that endless knowledge that I can receive, I just shared shared today a few times, but I don't know if you guys know the story about King Solomon, but it's very powerful to know that it exists. I don't know if you guys watch the movie Matrix. You watch the movie Matrix, the first one, right? When I think her name was Trinity, when she was on the roof and she need to fly the helicopter, right? And she tell the guy, listen, what is the helicopter, right? So she closed her eyes, he programmed something, and she went and she know how to fly the helicopter. So she got it in her thoughts, she got all the knowledge, and suddenly she fly the helicopter, right? So it's look like, oh, it's a nice movie. No, but this is actually, it can be reality, not just about helicopters, but everything, right? So King Solomon, he did, very powerful and good deed. So the Creator revealed to him at night while he was sleeping, and the Creator told him, because what you did, you can ask for everything that you wish, and I will give you. So he was a young and fresh king. So imagine the consciousness of kings. What they want. They want to rule. They want to have lands. They want to have power. Right? So what King Solomon asked for? He asked for wisdom to know how to help his people. So the Creator told him, because you didn't think about yourself, I will give you everything. Give you wisdom, money, everything you need, right? So it's like, wow. And of course, he woke up in the morning and he saw that dream was actually real. He already knew things, and the story continued. We went to Jerusalem, it was a trial, and he knew how to solve the trial, and people that they thought how wise he is, right? So for us to understand it, when we come into TLE, what really we want, right? What we want in life, right? In life, we want to have the connection with the Creator, that I will have the wisdom in any second what I should do. Because we're searching for what? We're searching to feel good, to be happy, to be healthy, right? Even to be wealthy. It's also fine, right? Whatever I want, but I want to have it in a balanced way. I want it in a way that I'm not going to get in trouble after, right? Because food is good. Drink water or whatever you're drinking, juice, it's good. But if you overdo it, how are you going to feel? Oh, I can't move. Yeah, but it was good 5 minutes ago, you enjoyed it. Now you're not enjoying it. Now, the joy, for how long it's the joy? Let's say when we eat or when we drink something good, like a smoothie or something, right? It's for maybe minutes, right? But after you fool yourself and you can't have nothing after, how long it take till this kind of bad feeling go away? It's not minutes. It will take time till my digestive system can actually handle that pressure to start to, after a few hours I can, oh yeah, I feel like a little bit better, right? So we know that in life, we want everything in balance. So I want to have also the wisdom and the consciousness and the power and the ability, even when things I know that I can enjoy, I want to enjoy them in a balanced way. I mean, I will know when to stop. It's not that we don't know. I want to have the power to stop and to say, okay, I'm good. I feel good. It's fine. The food is there, the drink is there. I can have it later. You know, I want to do the restriction, like we say in Kabbalah, right? So in a way of TLE, you know, we just at the beginning of the, you know, the first book, right? In TLE, you know, we connect in and tap into that level of wisdom above the Malchut level, right? So the way I love to start this class, you know, just to bring us all together into that moment, into that period of time, the time that we can cleave ourselves with the light of the Creator, right? To connect with the moment. So I like to do like a short, you know, just to focus our energy. Just, you know, if you want, you can close your eyes, uncross your legs and hands. Just take a deep breath to lower belly. The noise, the cars, everything around us, it's part of the moment. We want to bring ourselves to the here, to the now, present time, to release all of the thoughts, stress, whatever that thing that we went through in the past week. I don't want to think about the future, not about the past. I want to be here at the now, because right now I want to cleave myself with energy of the endless. And while I'm reading one of the verses from a Tree of Life of the Ari, we can ask to receive a message that will help each one of us for his spiritual growth, for his next level. לפני הצמצום היה אין סוף ממלא כל המציאות. דע, כי טרם שנאצלו הנאצלים ונבראו הנבראים, היה אור עליון פשוט, ממלא כל המציאות, ולא היה שום מקום פנוי בבחינת אוויר ריקני וחלל, אלא היה הכל ממולא מן אור אין סוף פשוט ההוא, ולא היה לו לא בחינת ראש ולא בחינת סוף, אלא הכל היה אור א' פשוט שווה בהשוואה א', והוא נקרא אור אין סוף. Let's take a deep breath to our lower belly. Open our eyes. So, Rav Ashlag explained, and I will read and translate. He's saying there is a verse that says, Ta'amuru ki tov Hashem. You should taste and you should see that the light is good, the Creator is good. כמבואר לאל, שהתואם טעם העוסק בתורה ומצוות לשמה. Because before the Rav Ashlag explained, he asked the question, what is the taste of life? Now we check in the taste of food, we check in the taste of drinks, we check in the taste in, you know, in design, in colors, in clothes, in everything, right? We call it, so we asking, okay, so that's fine, but what is the taste of life? Why we are here? Why we came here? What are we doing here? So he said that we are supposed to taste and to see that the light is good. How we can taste the taste of life? Rav Ashlag says, the one that works and live his life with the Torah and the precepts with the right intention, Because we know that in spiritual work we can do it also in a physical way. This is the trick, you know. Because in the consciousness between the physical world and the light, it's a thin line that sometimes we can get confused. So because physically we can be in a place of connection, but spiritually we can be in a different place. Because whatever my mind is at right now, the Kabbalah is saying this is where you're at. So you can sit here, we can see you physically, right? But if your mind right now, oh, I need to go to Publix to buy things after, oh, my friend, I forgot to call him, oh, I need to cook, I'm hungry, all of those thoughts, it means physically your body is here, but your mind is not here. So spiritually you're not here. So it means there's no connection. There's no connection. So he says, lishma. It means when a person has the right intention, and he's doing whatever he's doing, that he wants to cleave himself with the Creator, he is the one that he can taste the taste of life. He can see, and he can have the merit. He can have the merit to see in his own eyes the intention of creation. The intention of creation. So it's a one thing to study about it. It's the other thing to see it, to feel it. We all want to have the experience of things, right? I'm sure people share with you, oh, I went to Europe, I went to Israel, I went to Tzadikim, I went this, and you feel like, wow, you see pictures, right? It's fun, it's a lot of energy. But this is one experience. From other people, what they share with us. But when you went there, now it's a different experience. Now you can feel, right? So what is the thoughts of creation? להיטיב לנבראו, to do just good to his creations. Just good, period. כי מדרך הטוב להיטיב, because we said, also it says in Genesis, right? The light is good. It doesn't say the light is good if. No, if. The light is good, period. So if something is good, it can do just good. Something good cannot do something bad. Something pure and good can do just good, cannot do bad. So he's saying the light can do just good. So the way of the light, he can share just good. The thought of creation was to do just good for his creations. Many times for us, unfortunately, it's hard to get it. Because physically we see what's going on sometimes in our life, right? Things doesn't work out the way I want or I thought they should work out. Or if we look at the world, we see like, well, what are you talking about? Look what's going on. So if it's so good, why I don't see all this good, right? Like what's going on? It's a question, right? כי מדרך הטוב להיטיב, והוא הסס ושמח במספר שנות החיים שהעניק לו שום ברח, and the person will be happy and will have the joy in all of the years so far that the Creator gave him. וכל העולם כולו כדאי לו, and now he can cleave himself with the entire world, because we said, we need to remind ourselves that one of the tricks that we need to trick our opponent, again, I'm not saying it's easy to do, right? Because we have all of our mundane stuff, and we have the habits that we already bought by the years, okay? And we need to start to, I'm calling it buying because it's effort. So the Kabbalah is using buying like as an effort. We need to make an effort to buy new habits. Habits, good habits. To have bad habits, it's like easy. Really easy. Now, unfortunately, we have different bad habits. We don't even know they're bad for us because we get used to them. But still, we receive it every day, again, to do our correction. And to check just a second. Now we are studying the new Gregorian year, right? 2023, right? We're supposed to recalculate, to see what's going on. We're supposed to do it already in Rosh Hashanah. Well, let's say we have another time to recalculate again, okay? Let's say, okay? To make our list, okay? So we need to start to check it just a second, okay, you know what? I don't want to deal with the bad. I don't want, there's enough things in the world. Let me deal with the good. What are my goals? How can I achieve those goals, but from the now? So I need to break it down till the now. What I need to do, it means I need to buy new habits that I didn't have before, because if I want something I don't have, it means right now in my movie, in my vessel, I don't have it. I can't have it because this is my vessel, this is my consciousness. When I want something new, it means I need to do something to expand my vessel to receive it. Make sense?
Yes.
What I'm saying? It's like you have a living room, you want a new living room. Okay, so if you're going to buy a new living room, and where are you going to put it? On the top of the old living room? It's going to be squeezed, not nice, maybe different colors. So what do I need to do? I need to make room, right? Today they come in and they take in the old and put right away the new one, right? So I need to make room for the new one. The same in our life. I need to know what I want. I can check whatever is not good for me also to delete it. But if I'm start to be busy with the good, what will happen automatically? I will start to do good habits, so I don't have time to do the other habits that are not good for me. And for sure, when I'm letting the light to come in, I will start to feel better. So when we're talking about to be busy with the Torah and to be busy with the precepts, not to sit all day and to study, right? This is not the goal. Imagine all the world sitting and studying. Who's going to work? Who's going to plant seeds? And we have food. We have even this beautiful classroom to study, right? So doesn't it, right? So yes, we need to study, of course. But to be busy, it's called esek, business. The Torah is supposed to be our business, right? What is the business? It means when I have the knowledge, I know how to operate in the worlds. Because consciousness, as the Rav said, it's everything, yes? Consciousness, we need to, what does it mean? We need to buy. What is to buy? I need to earn. It's free from the point of the light, but I need to cleave myself and type to that different type of consciousness. Because the endless also it's here. So, from the point of the vessel, how much do I want? This is how much I'm going to receive. So, when Rav Shach is saying here, the person will have the merit, the ones that will do the work will have the merit, mean zoche. It means the one that actually cleaving himself, working on himself, purifying himself. Then what's happened? The more I'm removing different interfering thoughts and veils, I'm receiving, the information from the upper world in the purest way. Because everything is in front of us and everything is open. Why I don't see it, why I don't receive it? Because we have all the blinders. As we mentioned in Kabbalah, it's called klipot, right? We have all the klipot. Actually, it doesn't let us to see it or to receive. Because remember, we have the thoughts of the past, or we have the thoughts of what I want for the future. And most of the time, the Kabbalah explain, we don't live at the now. What I can do now. So imagine if I can start to focus my energy in the now, without the worries of the future, and without different things that happened in the past, or without the fears. If I can have that pure thought. So then I was saying, so the more I'm purifying myself, I can start, slowly to taste the taste of tree of life. What is life? When we say in life, or the Torah, also Torah, is tree of life. Tree of life. V'chol olam kulo kedai lo. So if the world, we need to feel that the world being created for me. So if it's created for me, and I'm the one that I'm the boss, right, of the world, this is my business, how I would like to behave to my business, with care or no care. If you invest in so much time to build something, right? You're going to care more than other people or less than other people? More than your workers or less than your workers? Of course, this is your baby. This is your baby, right? So it means if the world being created for me, how I supposed to feel every morning or before I'm going to sleep? With more care or less care? More care. But again, unfortunately, we don't really feel that the world be born for us, right? Again, remember, we have all the thoughts from the past, all the worries of the future about the worries of the fear about the future. So we're missing that part of connection. Because remember what I told you the story about King David? King Solomon? In a dream, he received everything. In a dream. He received all the wisdom. So for how long do you think it takes to the light to give us the connection, boom, to tree of life? Days, hours, years, or less than a second? Less than a second. You know, Stephen Hawking, right? It was one of the discovered. They talked, you know, like they said the light force, right? This is the how do you call it? Like this is the fastest thing that exists. The light force, right? Light force. But then after years, they discovered that it's not the light force. It's the thought. The thought is the fastest one. Now we can't even imagine. You can look for articles. I watched once. They did an article. They put people in a lab that they couldn't sleep, so they wired them with different wires to check what's going on. Well, they discovered that I don't remember the numbers. It was many years ago, but it was crazy numbers of thoughts. So when we are awake, crazy amount of thoughts is coming in, and we think we have just one thought, right? But crazy numbers. When a person is sleeping, I think it was triple or maybe more. Crazy millions of thoughts when we're sleeping. And there is a reason. We're not going to talk about here right now why the reason, but there is a reason why we're having more thoughts when we are sleeping than we are awake. So also we think we might remember one dream when we wake up, right? Sometimes, but there is so many dreams we actually experiencing while we're sleeping, but we might maybe remember one. And we think, we feel like, the whole night we have this dream. It's maybe a second or a few seconds. Yes?
It's just interesting that you mentioned that the Nobel Prize for 2022 was awarded to 3 physicists for that particular reason.
For what?
For the speed of thoughts.
Speed of thought.
Yeah, that's supposed to be travel less than the highest speed is supposed to be a speed of light, 300,000.
Yeah. But he discovered the thought.
Yeah, per second. But this is much faster than that. So
Yeah, just for us to know, because we have so much power, we don't really appreciate what we have. And the Kabbalist was talking about all the time. We have so much power just in here. Just in here. This is why consciousness is everything. V'chol ha'olam kedai lo. So if the world being created for me, it means I need to have more responsibility. Because I need to take care of the world. I need to take care of the workers. I need to take care, first of all, of me. As the boss, I need to be example to my employees, no? I can come drunk and talk like in a silly way in the office. They're not going to take me seriously, right? So I mean, I need to change. I need to be more responsible, right? אתה תבין את שני הצדדים. Now you should understand the two sides of the coin, I was saying. שבמטבע של עסק התורה ומצוות. When we're talking about the Torah, the tree of life, and we're talking about the precepts. What are the precepts? The precepts, those are the ways, the channels, how we can cleave ourselves with the tree of life. Okay, so tree of life. I want to, בחרת בחיים, I want to choose life, right? I need to choose life. Again, why we need to choose life? If somebody asks you want to choose life or death, what are you going to say?
Life.
Life, right?
Yes.
But the Creator telling us, my suggestion to you to choose life. Why the Creator need to tell us to choose life? What does it mean? It means that we're not really choosing life. We're choosing to be alive, to stay alive. But we're not choosing life. There's a huge difference to be alive and they operate, just, look like a normal, a regular person walking on earth. But the Zohar says that, Rabbi Shimon says, that most of human beings, they are walking dead. Walking dead, they're not connected. Walking dead in the world. Yeah, you see bodies, eating, drinking, also animals. Eating, drinking, doing sex, bringing in kids, right? So what's the difference? So, because we have consciousness. But if we behave just, this is 1% world, and we do just the mundane stuff of the 1%, there are levels in us also, right? Kingdoms. So which kingdom I'm connected with? Okay? So he's saying, so the precept, they are the channels that helping us to cleave ourselves with the Creator. They are different because we said, if the light told us to choose life, it means I'm not choosing life because I'm choosing the what? What usually we try and what we're looking for usually in life? We're looking for the easy way, yes? The easy way or the hard way? What do you want? You want to take a pill tonight and tomorrow to be fit? Or you want to go and work out and sweat and maybe in 6 months you're going to be fit? What do you prefer? Right? Or both, right? People doing both. I will take the pill also to work out, maybe it will be faster. Yes, maybe you will pay more money and they steal your money from the pocket, from your pocket. Huh?
Red pill.
Yeah. Yeah. Because today the commercials are very good, right? So they actually play with our mind. They learn how to play with our consciousness. And we believe, right? But we need to believe to the light more than we believe to commercials of the light, right? So when we're talking about choosing life, it means, for me, each one of us need to take it in and to ask himself, really when I'm talking about choosing life, choosing tree of life, because choosing tree of life, it means I need to get the job done. I need to do it. I can't just talk about it, dream about it, or learn about it. I need to do it. If I'm not doing it, it's not going to happen. It's like if this is a class about, each profession people study out there, right? Whatever profession you have or people have, right? You think everyone from the class become whatever they study in the profession or become successful? The same teacher. Why? Why? I'm asking you why. Why do you think? Different, the same teacher, the same class, the same knowledge, but people actually going out there, even they open the same business, they have different results. Why? Or some of them even doesn't do it. Why? It's one word.
Certainty.
Consciousness.
There's no wrong answer. That's for Sorry, there's no wrong answer. But when you say it's everything, yes. What?
Talent?
Myself.
Yeah, the certainty.
Okay. So, desire. Remember that desire. What the Kabbalists talking all the time in all 10 of examinations, all what Rabbi Jacques saying, all what the Rav, you will hear the Rav saying many, many times in different versions, because it's hard for us to get it. It's a desire. But before desire, we need to make a choice. We need to make a choice. If we want to be successful in something, I need to make a choice. I need to decide. But to decide, I need to have desire before, right? I need to want it, right? If I don't care, I don't care. But when I have a desire to have something, let's say, I don't know, you want to, what do you want to be successful at? You want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want to be something you want to change, right? So you have a desire or passion to that thing. Now I need to make a choice to do it. It's not just going to happen. One day I will do it. No, there's no one day. This is not tree of life, one day. This is why he says choose life. What is your passion? What do you want to do? Do it. Just do it. Not one day, today, now. Why people want to stop bad habit tomorrow? Why tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm stopping smoking. Tomorrow I'm starting a diet. Tomorrow I start. Why tomorrow? You think it will happen tomorrow? No. Tomorrow will be tomorrow, and tomorrow in 20 years. No. If you think something is good for you, do it today. Why tomorrow? What do you mean? You're searching for love. You want love tomorrow, you want love now. You want to be rich, healthy, wealthy, tomorrow or now? You want to win the lottery now or tomorrow? What do you want?
But if
No.
I'm today tired, then tomorrow morning I can do it better.
I want now to feel good and to feel strong and to have the light. Tired, it's okay. But I need to ask myself why I'm tired. Tired from what? That's a question. I need to ask myself why I'm tired. I'm tired from thoughts. I'm tired from worries, from fears, or I'm tired by doing my work. You know, I can do my work and be tired. So also it's fine. It's okay. No problem. It's not the problem, right? So we need to ask ourselves those questions, whatever we want, because desire is something very, very important in Kabbalah. Okay, and we need to have huge desire to receive, huge, like the endless. I want everything. As the Rav says, if you want everything, you need to give everything, right? But I need to ask myself also, why I want what I want? Why do I want what I want? What's the reason? Because if I want tree of life, I need to follow the rules of tree of life. There are rules. This is why it says choose life. And the precepts helping us to cleave. Those are the rules. To cleave, how to cleave the tree of life. This is why it's a business. Any business have rules, no?
Yes.
You can't just go there and do whatever you want. I am the new worker, do whatever. No, there is a boss, there is this, there is a CEO, the meetings, this, what to do, goals for the week, goals for the day, goals for the month, right? There is so many things, so many details in business. There are many, many rules. And the business is to work together with other businesses and with the world and internet. There's so many details. But he's just showing us what we have here in the 1%, showing us about the 99%. So also there are many details in the 99. What we revealed here is just whatever we revealed here is just 1% from the 99%, right? So we don't need to understand the whole small details, because when we connect, that's it. So we have everything. I have the wisdom, so that's it. Just flow through my vessel. But I need to know and I need to choose to cleave myself. First to choose life, right? To have the desire, I want life. Because why I want what I want? Why are we chasing after things? Why are we chasing? Because we think they will give us what? Happiness, fulfillment, right? We think it will give us life. I will be happy, I will be happy, give me life, right? We're all searching for the light in the end of the day. We're also searching for the light. So if there is a way, it's like, you go into an exam, and when you signing up to the exam, the guy give you the answers. And you said, no, thank you. And you go and you fail. And you come up again. He give you the answer, said, no, thank you. And you fail again, and fail again, fail again, fail again. And this is what the Creator did. He says, you coming down to earth? No problem. I'm giving you all the answers how to stay in the endless. And we every day say, no, thank you, I'm fine. I know what to do. Yeah? Unfortunately, this is what we do. Because our ego is so like, no, I know, it's okay, thank you. Like kids with their parents, right? So who do you think have more experience? The kids or the parents? Experience of life. The kids want to listen to the parents? No, thank you, daddy. It's okay. They barely want, in these days, they barely want to listen. They go to do Rabbi Google and they Google everything, right? It's a big Kabbalist, Google, big Kabbalist, and they Google everything and they not even asking no one, it's just asking Google, right? So the thing is, we need to understand, we behave the same. We need to start to change our consciousness to start to cleave ourselves. Because if everything is consciousness, most of the work is here. It's not to work hard with the physical body, it's to work here. And to whatever we are doing already in our life, fine. Just we need to start to change here. So he says, "Kitzad ha'alef hu darka shel Torah." One side of the coin, right? It's the way of the Torah. What we said, what is the Torah? Tree of life.
Tree of life.
Right? There is a way of Torah, tree of life. It means, כלומר, ההכנה הרבה. For tree of life, there is a lot of preparation. A lot of preparation. A lot. Who likes preparation? When you're hungry, you like to prepare the food. Then we just eat. No need to prepare. It taking more time to prepare. And then how long you eat? Maybe like 5. I'm not talking about talking. Really like eating, right? Maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes, right? It's like, and then you need to clean everything also, right? So he said the preparation, it's a lot. שהאדם צריך להכין את טהרת גופו. So what is the preparation? I need to purify my body consciousness. Who wants to do that? It's not easy to do, right? It's like I need to, like we said before, I need to check how my body is controlling me. We so used to the body consciousness that we don't think it's not okay. And many times we're actually defending the body consciousness, and this is why we argue and fighting with people. Because we're defending our ego. This is the ego, the body consciousness. So instead of saying, just thinking, wow, thank you, Lai, thank you, the person that actually told us what he told us, wow, because it pinched somewhere. To say thank you, now you show me my klipa, you show me the veil, actually, the blockage that I can't cleave myself with tree of life. Thank you so much. Instead of that, we're defending and we're fighting for the ego. Because I'm right. Okay, no problem. The Rav says, you can have the best excuse of the world that you are right, but at the end of the day, you miss the opportunity to cleave yourself with the light of the Creator. So you miss the blessing. So what? So what is going to say on the grave? Here been buried a right person. He was right always. Right? I will say it right? So you mean we need to prepare ourselves to receive that energy of tree of life to do what? To purify our body consciousness. So physically, yes, we wash in the body, we brush our teeth, whatever we're doing with our hair, whatever we have left of the hair, right? So we're taking care of the physical body, but in the physical way. What about the spiritual way? The consciousness way. Because also there are different levels in the body consciousness. בטרם שיזכה לעצם קיום התורה והמצוות, before he will receive that level of tree of life, the level of receiving the Torah, the tree of life, and something that the Rav said, it's called Matan Torah, that the Torah been given to us. It doesn't say that we receive it. It's used different, Doesn't mean we received it. So someone give you a gift, right? Okay, even you took the gift. Okay, you hold the gift. But if you're not using it, it means you didn't receive it. So it's nothing, just, you take, thank you, you put it somewhere, and maybe you give it to somebody else, right? So it means you didn't receive it. Okay, so when I'm receiving something, I go, oh wow, and now I'm using it, I'm happy with it, I'm using it, wow, so now we receive it. But it means the Torah been given to us, we took it, right? But we just, we hold it, we have it, but if we're not using it, so we never actually receive it for ourselves. So we need to use it. So he said, Kiyum Torah v'mitzvot. We've been given all of those tools, as we said before. I know better, so we're not using it. So we've been given all the answers, all the tools, how to stay in tree of life, how to stay in the endless even. We came from the endless, and still we're saying, no thank you. It's too much work. And then we're trying so much and so hard in our life to have, as he said in the beginning, to have a drop of joy. A drop of joy. How hard do we work to have a drop of joy? A lot. Because I was saying, remember what you said before, most of human beings in the world having most of the time pain and suffering. What is the pain and suffering? Not just physical pain. It's pain and suffering when we're not connecting with the Creator. When we think we can do everything by ourselves. So we're not tasting, what does it mean really, the taste of tree of life? So we try to do everything by ourselves. And then there is, of course, in the physical level, then it can happen also, like that type of pain and suffering, right? So he's saying, קיום התורה ומצוות, ואז בהכרח שעוסק בתורה, ומצוות שלא לשמה. So if a person doesn't, if we're not busy in our mind, whatever we are doing during the day, it's just there to help us to do our spiritual work. Doesn't matter what is our profession. Doesn't matter. It's matter from the point of correction, but I supposed to take with me whatever, because wherever we go, we're taking with us what? You can't take your house with you to vacation, right? You can't take the office to the vacation. Maybe the computer if it's your office, but we can't take the physical stuff with us. We take in what? The consciousness. Wherever we go, we're taking ourselves to wherever we go, right? So it means my consciousness, it's there always. Okay? So I can run away from my consciousness. I can run away from my boss, from my husband, my wife, my friend, whatever, travel around the world, but still, if I'm not connecting here, I go whatever, my mind is a different place, I'm not going to be connected. I don't need to run away to be connected. I just need to do the work to be connected. Are you with me? I don't have my glasses with me, so I see everybody look blurry. So you see the heads moving. Just to make sure you are still here. ואז בהכרח שעוסק בתורה ומצוות שלא לשמה. So if we're not busy with purifying our physical consciousness, the body consciousness, he says, we can't leave ourselves with the light in the right way. It's not it's bad, it's good because we are on the way. As a person, if you work out, and let's say you don't work out in the right way, you don't see still result, continue work out. One day, maybe you hire a coach or you watch one videos and work on your performance, maybe you're going to see result. So don't stop, just continue. But you need to know you're not really connected in the right way to tree of life yet. But continue. שלא לשמה. אלא בתערובת של הענתו לעצמו. And what does it mean? What does it mean? שלא לשמה, not in the right way. It means that still we're doing the spiritual work with a desire to receive oneself alone. He says it's still mixed and involved with desire to receive oneself alone. Because to purify my vessel, because the light cannot stay in a vessel that have darkness. And what is that darkness right now? It's the desire to receive oneself alone. So if I still want to receive and I still thinking about myself, the light cannot stay in my vessel. It can go through my vessel, but then go to the opponent. Then it doesn't stay. So I don't want to have temporary relief. I want to have lasting relief, right? I want to have it always. I want to be happy for how many hours you want to be happy? Forever, right? So I don't want to just it was nice, the party, this. No, I want to have it always happy. I want to go to parties and whatever you're going and to connections and to weddings and happy. Wake up every morning to work happy. Right?
Yes.
I don't see your excitement.
No, yes, definitely yes.
I don't know how many years ago it was, but in Boca, before one of the classes, so I was talking with one of the students over there, and she told me something very powerful, that she started a new job, and she told me, the office was like, you go into the office, everybody in the cubicles, and like nobody talk with no one, and she started to feel like, she wanted to cry all the time. She felt like it was very heavy for her, right? But then she remembered one of the classes in Kabbalah, thank God she remembered that if you want to have something, you need to do first, you need to share first, right? So she decided, and she told me the story, she decided that she will come every morning to the office, and she entered in, the office. Good morning, everybody, good morning, how you doing? She's like, put energy. And she had to do it. And she said, slowly, you know, every day, people start to, you know, answer back, saying, she said the energy of the office shift. And then because she work in there, she, you know, she can breathe, she can feel like different. She told me, I used to come home, I feel sad. I said, what's going on? I'm supposed to go like to the office and I can't come back sad, you know. And sometimes we kind of, even we work in places, whatever, we can get used to energies. Because I just need the salary or whatever, let me just do my work and go home. Yeah, but if you calculate how many years of your life you're working outside of home, I didn't calculate it, but it's a lot. I think, I don't know if it's true, but it was somebody, you know, it says like, we spending 26 years maybe, like when we're sleeping, that's true? I don't know if you, yeah?
26 years.
26 years?
Living
If you think about it,
life.
26 years of our life go just by sleeping. We're sleeping.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it's true, but he says,
Yeah,
I saw
third.
it somewhere.
Third, yeah.
Huh?
Third.
It's crazy. But you don't think about it. 26 years, you know, 26 years from our life we're sleeping. It's a lot, right? It's not like 1 year, it's a lot. You know what we can do with 26 years? We can build businesses, we can build worlds. 26 years. So that's sleeping. What about at work? I don't know how many years, you know, we just spending outside of the house. There is a lot of things that are actually going on. We don't really recalculate about those things. We don't think about them. It look normal. So it's fine, okay. Day by day, but just a second, what we said before. But wherever I'm going, even sleeping, I still have my consciousness. And I want to have higher level of consciousness. So the way it works, you know, let's think about it for a second. Okay, let's break it into a day. You know, in a day there are different type of energies, right? There is the morning, afternoon, there is the night, right? There is the chasadim. It means after midnight, not the clock midnight. There is a special midnight, spiritual midnight. After midnight, it starts the light of chasadim start to come to the world, right? Till midday. Till midday, right? The most powerful chasadim, it's from after midnight till dawn. This is the most powerful chasadim, right? But then it's the energy of chesed, the mercy, energy of sharing, giving, it's Avraham. And then at the midday, we might start to feel it. It start to be more heavier. It's the energy of judgments, gvura, right?
Coffee time.
Yeah, coffee, right? Or energy drinks people take, right? So it is the time. But then at nighttime, it's the time of judgments. Nighttime, it looks like you see the illusion outside. It looks like there's no light, but it's illusion. The light is all the time, right? But we don't see the physical light. So we believe, oh, it's dark. Okay, so it's, you know, there's no light, but the light is always exists, right? So we have those energies. Okay. Now, when we're talking about consciousness, as we said before, you know, if I'm working on myself and I'm in line with those energies, and like we said before, I have desire, I'm making a choice, I'm checking what's going on in my day. Let's say right now I can check myself, okay, what are the things that I wish to do, I want to do, and I'm still not doing them. So if you really want them, maybe make a decision to start to act upon them, or just delete like you delete in your old pictures, delete. Maybe it's not a desire that interfere you right now, okay? And just stealing your energy. It's like you have in the background of the phone, you have those things that work in, right? And stealing your battery, and you need to close them, right? So those false desires stealing my energy. Doing that, I don't even know they steal my energy, because one day I will do them, one day. When is this day? How many years you say one day? Delete. One day, just do it, but don't just one day, right? So, if I'm checking myself during the day and doing my spiritual work, right, in my consciousness, whatever, in my office, with my family, my friends, I'm doing my spiritual work, right, changing to good habits, changing my attributes, changing my connection to the Creator, see things in a different way, then what's happened? We're going to sleep. Remember King Solomon? Right? What's happened in sleeping? In sleeping, the soul lives. And the soul connected to the upper world. The soul gives the report of all what we did during the day. And the soul receiving the instruction of what we're supposed to do in the next day. The crazy thing or the unfortunate thing that we don't listen to the soul. The Zohar said that the soul screams every day and no one listens. The soul telling us what to do and we don't listen. Because why? Remember what he says here. Purified what? The body consciousness. Why I can't hear my soul? Why I can't hear? Because body consciousness. It's much more stronger. So we listen to the body consciousness, we don't listen to the soul. But imagine, let's imagine, we do the work, right? And we go to sleep. Now the soul receives information, and you wake up each morning much more stronger with much more higher level of consciousness. Does it make sense or not? Because we says wherever we go, we take the consciousness with us. So while we sleep, and we still can have the consciousness, but I want to wake up with higher level of consciousness. Because when the soul come back, the soul come in parts. So I want to receive the parts, but I want to receive them in a higher level of consciousness. So everything exists, but remember what we said before. How much do I want? This is how much I'm going to get. How much I'm willing to sweat. How much I'm willing to put myself into work to see the results. So the short way and the easy way is to clean myself with tree of life. The long way, the illusionary way, that's look like the short way. This is like the way of the tree of knowledge, bad and good. This is the illusion of the 1%. That we're looking always for the shortcut, but we know there's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. Shortcut is tree of life. It's to follow the rules of the Torah and work with the precepts and cleave myself a tree of life. It means I need to do the work here. And when it's there is so many things I want to tell you, but okay. I'm open windows, like in the computer, where we start from. So we stay here. I don't want to confuse you. So the thing is, when we stop here, we're going to listen to the Rav. So what he says actually, right? What does it mean to purify the body consciousness? I want to check, and this we can actually start to measure. We need to start to ask. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to listen to myself. I want to listen to my thoughts. You should. I used to tell people in classes, different classes, to sometimes when you having conversation, with family, mother, father, whatever, you have with someone, record yourself, and then listen to yourself. See what you can learn about yourself. You can learn amazing stuff about yourself. You might even not going to believe what came out of your mouth, because you can feel the intention and the consciousness of what you said. Because when we say something, it makes sense, because it's in the middle of a conversation. But when you listen to yourself, because if I really, what is a conversation? A conversation, it's like two vessels are talking, and actually what they want the light, right? But if I'm right and she's right, we disconnect. There's no light. Now there is fire and fire. There is explosion. Nothing happened. Disconnect from the light, and maybe Chad v'Shalom disconnect from the person now. But now remember, she told me all this nonsense, right? Now this is what the Satan wants: separation. But if I can have a conversation, a real conversation, that I can express myself, she can express herself, fine, but we accept each other, just, what happened, Rabbi Eliezer of Lizhansk explains something unbelievable. He says, when we are talking, we are shaking the roots of the tree in the upper world. Because where the thoughts coming from? Where the knowledge, where everything go, right? So we're shaking, and then what's happened? This is what I said before. Sometimes we're receiving thoughts and words. I don't know even where I get them from. I don't know even when and where I read what I'm just saying. I'm just saying, but it feels so good. I'm just sharing. I'm learning from what I'm saying, and right? Why it's happened? I can shake, but he says the other person need to listen, because you have to have a vessel. When the other person stops to listen, what we say many times, I have the train of thoughts been cut. Yes, is how you said?
Yeah.
I lost my. Right.
Mhm.
Why? Why you lost? What's happened? Because the other person stopped listening. So he can do like, but you know already he's not there. Nobody's home. Just what he's saying actually, shut up, and I want to go to watch my movie or whatever. Right? We're all doing it. We like, right? So at least let's be honest. Say, listen, you know what? I want to listen to you, but I really can't right now. Can we talk later or whatever? So, but we're not really doing it. So if we really like want, when we're doing our spiritual work, you know, first of all, we don't have to talk too much, you know. I don't know if I remember when we used to meet our teacher, Rav Berg, you know, you can ask a question, whatever you said to the Rav, and many times the Rav didn't say nothing. And you felt you received so much, and he just look at you, smile, do with his hand, you know, and you feel, and you got the answer, you feel this, you feel what you need to do, you feel everything. And he didn't really use even 1% words. He said, wow, that was like amazing, right? It's like, because it can happen, why not, right? So maybe we're not in that level, but we can reach that level. When we want to share a message, we want to say something, I need to correct myself also. Because again, what he says here, desire to receive oneself alone. Why you want to say what you want to say? You want to be right and to show everybody that you're right? This is totally desire to receive oneself alone. And right now what you're going to do, you're going to do this, not just you from Tree of Life, everybody else. They're going to love you more or disconnect from you more? What do you think? So we want to start to pay attention. You know, again, we said so many things. I hope you took some notes, but we want to start to pay attention because I want to start to purify myself, to purify my thoughts, to purify my desire to receive oneself alone, because that's one of the main tricks of the opponent, that he makes us believe that we are okay, that we're not actually having desire to receive oneself alone. No, this teacher he doesn't know me. You know, I'm perfect. I'm good. But my father, my mother, my boss, this, you know, he should meet them because they have a lot of desire to receive oneself alone. So let's take the opportunity and let's use, you know, all of these amazing words and knowledge from Rav Ashlag, and let's ask to really pay attention to my words, to my thoughts, to my behavior. Maybe it's a good trick. Maybe you record yourself and listen to yourself. You're going to be amazed. Or if you don't want to record, when you talk, try to start to train yourself to listen to yourself. To listen. One of the advices I received, you know, in one of the time that I started to teach, one of the teacher told me, you know, when you teach it, you need to sit in the first row and you need to listen to what you teach. Because first of all, what I'm teaching is for me, not for you. Because wherever it's for me, right? And for me it was like, wow, that's actually amazing, right? I didn't think about it, and I took it, right? So we need to understand when we talk, it's not just to the other person, because we're receiving so many answers for us. So it's not for the person. So I want to check myself, okay? So I need to stand up and put the Rav because I don't know what's going on with the internet here.
So that was the capsule that created the restriction, the tzimtzum.
Oops. Okay.
What's that, man? The video finished?
And afterwards. Hanema beruchaniyot. And how could you say time in spirituality, in metaphysics? Perushav, sivat musuvav. In other words, there is no time aspect.
Cause and effect.
There is no time aspect before and after. Rather, cause and effect. Asher hasiba nikra kodem, v'hamesuvah v'nimshach mimenu mechuna b'shem achar kach. In other words, it is not that the Creator thought first one way, and then changed his mind and thought another way. But rather, he first had to think this way because The result would not come about if it didn't think this way. In other words, it's cause and effect. Not that he changed his mind. He knew that to achieve Rahamim, first, what caused the aspect of Midat Rahamim?
Hamim, it's mercy.
Only if there was first din. But not that he
Din,
changed his
it's
mind.
judgments.
There was no time. זה השמיענו לנו חז"ל אשר הסיבה הראשונה של העולמות הנקרא עולם הראשון, the reason, the cause, or the first cause of the worlds, which are called the first worlds, נעצר ויצא בבחינת כלי מלכות לבד, המכונה מידת הדין. When there is just malchut, that is called midat adin. That is midat adin.
Level of
Sharing,
judgment.
and only one other concept, receiving. It had to emerge first that way, because if it didn't emerge, the thought was midat harachamim. He knew that from the beginning. But midat adin had to precede midat harachamim. Now we have said, well, but why did he have to do it first that way? Because he knew that the way it says, because the world could not exist if it would remain in a state of midat hadin. Kloma, she'ein b'zeh oto shleimut hanitzah mibriat olam. In other words, everything is thought consciousness. The thought was what? To create a completion, to create the thought of creation, to achieve the result of thought of creation, to remove bread of shame. First, he had to create an Ein Sof, because if there was no Ein Sof, the emergence of bread of shame could never exist. There had to be a total sharing and a total receiving. Now that they're emergent, total receiving, now
You can have lack and then.
now that would cause the feeling of bread of shame. But if you didn't have the first, you couldn't have the second. So it's not that he thought, the reason he then changed his mind and injected midat harachamim, because he saw that it couldn't exist this way, not because he saw that it couldn't exist this way. Bread of shame would never have emerged had there not been the aspect of Ein Sof.
Didn't the bread of shame emerge after the lack?
Okay. So we just stop here. We don't want to leave time for if somebody have any questions. Because it's an open house, so we want some questions and answers.
Well, I can start. When you start talking about taste and see what that the light is good. At the beginning, I thought, well, I hear life is good, and then you say light, and then is life, is light,
The light.
right? The
Yes.
light is good.
Light
Well,
is
of
good.
course, it's related to
Yeah,
life,
of
right?
course.
If you are, but yeah, I get the closeness of life and light, because if you get light, or if you are connected with the light, well, you have a good life. Well, it's what you expect, hopefully. All right.
Yeah. Okay, someone? Questions? No? We got everything? Okay?
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. Have a good night.